Today we are going to take the household staple, the grilled cheese sandwich. Almost every household in the world has had it, minus if you're lactose intolerant or use alternatives, obviously. But at one point in time or another, one of these has been made in your household. Now, having said that, we're going to take this and we're going to stuff it with all of this. This, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a 6-stack grilled cheese pizza. Let's get at it.
I'm quickly going to go through all the ingredients here. I've already pre-chopped the pepperoni and the bacon, also pre-cooked the bacon. I'm going to chop up the mushroom, onion, and pepper. We're going to add the Parmesan cheese into the pizza mozzarella, add some Italian seasoning. Now, I don't pre-measure anything. I just mix it in. I go by sight and taste, and when everything looks like it's blended really, really well, that's when I'm happy, and I'm going to start building my grilled cheese. Now, I am going to use a sweet basil marinara to dip it in afterwards. I know traditionally in most households you'll have a cream of mushroom soup, or a tomato soup, or ketchup, or some other condiment, if you even like condiments at all, with your grilled cheese. But for this pizza grilled cheese, we're going to take it out to the flat top, stack it 6 high. In between every layer will be pizza cheese and toppings. And in the end, we're going to cut it in half and dip it in that sweet basil marinara.
So here we are, using the 36-inch Blackstone flat top grill outside. And we are going to make just a small one real fast, right here in the middle. Just going to get it started. Hit it with some pizza toppings. You don't need a whole lot, but we want to make sure a lot of this is nicely covered. And we'll leave that for a minute. And as we keep going, we are going to build these up higher and higher. This one here, our main one, we're going to build probably about 6 stacks high. We'll do a couple smaller ones just for the family, because you know the kids won't eat one this big, but I will. And that's what matters. Now see, this is going to brown really fast on the Blackstone. See that? Already getting a nice golden brown color there. And these do not take very long. Now these are pretty much done here. They're a nice golden brown. Look beautiful. Cheese is melted. We are going to pull these ones off and just set them aside. And now we are going to build the monster. So for this monster, we are literally just going to start piling layer on top of layer of pizza toppings per layer. And when we're done, this is going to be amazing. Now we're just going to let each layer sit, let it slowly melt. You'll actually see it sink down a little bit as the cheese melts. The bread will get nice and golden brown on either side, and as we flip, we build our next layer, and then our next layer, and then our next layer, until this thing is piled nice and high and so cheesy, ooey good that we're going to cut through it, show you a beautiful cross section, and it's just going to be amazing. So here we go. We're going to give this just a little look here. Starting to just get a nice golden brown. Flip that over. Make sure that one's center. Give it a little press. And then we're going to keep building. So on top of that nice golden brown layer, oh yeah, we're going to hit it with another layer of pizza topping. And we are going to keep doing this until the very end. And the very end is going to be garlic bread. Now I have pre-buttered some of these just ahead of time, just to save some time, so because I want to try to keep these videos nice and short for you. So I'm going to do some prep work behind the scenes so you don't have to worry about it. And just as we're ready, this is going to be a little more difficult to flip, so hopefully this works out. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this. That looked like it was probably the best way that was going to happen. And here we go. We're going to build the next layer on top of that. And we're just going to keep going on this. This thing is going to be amazing. And now here we go. We're getting ready. This should be the last flip, or the second to last flip, sorry. Oh, I almost lost it there because I touched the edge of the burner and it's hot. So last layer of cheese and stuff is going on now. And our last slice of garlic bread. And as you can see, all the layers eventually sink down to each other, because as the cheese and everything melts, it doesn't sit as elevated. It seeps in, flattens out nicely, and hopefully we get that beautiful cross section for you. Now this should be the very last time that we have to flip this. This is getting increasingly difficult with every flip. I don't know if I'd want to go too many more layers than that. It seems to be really starting to lose its shape. It's not staying as square as I wanted it to, but that's all right. Hopefully all the cheese will melt down perfectly, and when we cut into the center of that, you should see some beautiful, beautiful layers. And because this is the last layer and both sides should be a nice golden brown, I have to try to flip this thing one time, single spatula by itself. It actually stayed together. I'm so happy. So here we are with the finished product, and I cannot wait to cut into this. Whoa, would you look at that? That is absolutely amazing. For the most part, it's melted down pretty good. Now I did have a nice blend of cheese and toppings and everything else. And you know, I have to try this. I know what some of you are thinking. That's just too much sandwich. I can agree. I gotta do that again. That's absolutely amazing. The pizza grilled cheese, definitely make it at home. Cooking it outside on a hot day like today, probably not a good idea. But stay hungry.